Subtitles. Welcome to this utterly wild love story. Diego takes on the role of a cab driver, safely sending the bride back home. The aunt is shocked by the arrival of the charming redhead. Little did she know he once pursued her niece and got the family boot. Her family didn't want her home, like keeping a kitten cozy, but in the end, neither did Diego's girl. Speaking of which, the family really knows how to reject. But what's shocking for Miss S is that his family never gave him, so this guy really has a mission of delivering home. But Miss S is more surprised that Tom Sense S is still single. Such an awkward situation. The fiancé has to show up personally for a peace offering, but Tom Sense S aunt isn't letting go. She opposed the marriage from the start, citing Damon's weather-like personality, warm sometimes, cold others, who would trust their happiness with him. Unfortunately, the poor niece is hooked on love's point, lost her mind, disregarding her aunt's advice. Tom Sense S still trusts Damon firmly now. But time flies, and Damon always finds an excuse not to play the judge, or uses the absent priest as a cover. The wedding plans are perpetually delayed. No results in sight, it turns out. Damon still has a soft spot for his ex, Judith. That's a secret. This gentleman tried to take her away, but Judith's passion for him was just fleeting sparks. The scenes of their dating and chatting are witnessed by Diego lurking in the shadows. What devious thoughts could be running through this guy's mind? One morning, Judith lounges on the balcony with her book, dreaming of a noble life, yet her heart's a complete mess. Damon keeps popping up in her thoughts, sending her feelings on a roller coaster ride. She can't shake off the romance, as if his gaze is persistently following her. Everything feels so dreamy, yet her heart's still shrouded in lavish fantasies. However, things aren't this simple. Eventually, the workers hired by Grandpa downstairs gossip about Clem, who's coming home for a visit. Look at that handsome young man. He's not just handsome and sunny, he's also a successful manager at a jewelry company in Paris, a total career success. Judith's heart skips a beat for this guy she's never met. It feels like love is blossoming. What's more, he works in Paris, the land of dreams filled with delights, her heart's true calling. It feels like attaining this dream life is within reach. She starts camping out on the path every day. But who shows up? It's Diego, towering over Judith. He's been into Tom Sense S all along. Too bad Tom Sense S doesn't share the same feelings. She feels inferior and can't confess, silently cheering for Tom Sense S's happiness. This time, she bravely seeks out Judith, hoping to persuade her to ditch Damon, making it easier for him to marry Tom Sense. In her eyes, only a contented girl could marry her desired partner, freeing her heart completely. Diego's heartfelt feelings catch Judith off guard, earning him a hint of respect. However, she doesn't immediately agree because she's still undecided. Subtitles. She desires to meet the legendary Clem first and then make her decision. So, she shares this idea with Damon that evening, saying, "What business is it of yours? You just chat with the innocent. I don't want a life like Tom Sense S. Either tell me the truth, or set me free." She's always straightforward. Maybe her stubbornness and pride are the reasons Damon can't let go. Not long after, Judith spots Clem through her telescope on the slope, and indeed, he's as handsome as the tales. Perhaps having spent years away, Clem wants to walk alone and soak in the beauty of home, but suddenly he encounters a mist. Suddenly, he spots a white horse and a beautiful girl nearby. They exchange greetings, but in a blink, she vanishes into the fog. This leaves Clem baffled, like a dream, yet her image lingers in his mind, impossible to shake off. Even his long-lost mother seems less vital. Mom soon mentions Judith. The very first person that comes to her mind is Judith, immediately stirring up a trace of disdain within her, as in her eyes. A girl like that is simply not good enough for her son. That night, Mom plans a grand party for Clem, initially not inviting Judith, but the girl is clever beyond measure. To get his attention, she finds an actress performing that night and manages to swap places. Beautiful women are irresistible. At the ball, she fakes a fall as Clem rushes to her aid. Those deep, Soulful eyes catch the boy's attention, and he then realizes that today's encounter is no dream. But little does she know that Judith has a bad reputation in the village. Her mom's voice scares her away quickly. She thinks herself to be enchanting, and it's no wonder the prominent ladies of the village talk about it wildly. Feeling the affection from Clem, Judith beams, finally deciding to break things off with Damon, asking Diego for help to pass the message. The next day, Damon, dejected, tears the letter up. A few more days pass. Heartbroken over Judith, Damon decides to marry Tom Senses, even while standing in the solemn wedding venue. The guy occasionally glances toward Judith seated below, when suddenly a woman with a sharp object appears behind the girl. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.